Hey, this is Coach Taylor with Totem Pole Nation. We're going to be live streaming the All-Star game tonight. We won't be showing it. All right, I'm trying to get the stream going on Instagram. And we got it, man. We're rolling. So I appreciate everybody tonight. We put a poll up to see who everybody thought was gonna, and it looks like the East is dominating. Everybody says they're gonna win. So everybody that is watching us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, what's little Bree on the eyes? This is Totem Pole Nation. We're gonna be live streaming the All-Star game. A couple of coming in here. So we're on Instagram. We're on, wow, man, we got a bunch of people on Instagram watching. So in the chat, put who y'all think is going to win tonight. Is it going to be the East or the West? Hey, little Bree, appreciate you showing love on TikTok. I think this is the first time that we've streamed on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. I mean, we're streaming everywhere. Waiting on a few of the guys. So Lil Bree on TikTok says the West is loaded. I mean, the West has. I mean, tell me some of the guys that's on the West. Put it in the chat, Bree. I mean, you got LeBron. We got, golly, Curry, Durant, Luka, Quentin Smith. What's up? How you doing? Appreciate you on TikTok. Coach Ball. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. The president of Totem Pole. Right there.
What is going on, Coach? Man, I'm trying to find this game. I'm on a different.
You hear me?
Yeah. How we doing, Coach?
I might got my thing muted, Coach. Hold on. Coach, you got me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I had my thing muted. Brother.
Loud and clear, my man.
Yes, dude, this is the first time that we've streamed on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere pretty much. Dom, what's up?
Wow.
We're even on Twitch. Let's see. That's Lethal Baby. Hello, Lambo. Lambo ain't here yet. Lambo will be here soon.
Yeah, I got to ask him about that Bob Marley movie, man. I bet that was good.
Yeah, man. So have you got the game turned?
Let me see here. What do I got? It's not showing me the game on the channel I'm at right now.
You got to be on TNT.
You're on TNT. Let me see here. Let me go back. Yeah, man, this system I got ain't the regular. I'm used to being outside. You know me, Coach.
Yeah, I know, brother. All right, so Dom is saying Curry. Curry might drop 70. I don't know why I think that. I think because this is like, I mean, there's no defense played in this game.
None whatsoever.
Looking forward to seeing this court. They still got the LED. That LED court doesn't look like an LED court right now, but they'll probably be changing it up.
Who's the most dominant defensive player in your mind, Coach?
The most dominant player in my mind of all time?
Defensive player.
I mean, they called him the glove for a reason. You got the glove. You got Dennis Rodman. There's a lot of good defensive players.
Amen, man. I was a big Rodman fan, dude. The Worm. I mean, he gave Michael a lot of fits when he was with Detroit, and they got smart, decided to get him into their gang. You know what I mean? But that
Yeah.
dude, he was just a rebounding machine. Played defense, and that was the thing. At his size and his range, man, he could D up your point guard. He could D up your big man. You know what I mean? Very versatile.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the live stream on Instagram, man. We're streaming a place. It's crazy. Hey, Basil has joined. He just got back from Shenandoah.
Yeah, Basil. That's our guy right there, man.
That's our guy, man. They just showed him love. Up at Shenandoah University. Go check out Basil Lewis's story, y'all. On TikTok, on Twitter. So you in the man cave tonight, Coach?
Yeah, man. This is kind of like my office, my book reading room. It's where I got a lot of my card collection. I got this beautiful sign right here, Don's Irish Pub. That's the
Hey, what's up, Basil? Yeah, hey Basil, we just started streaming live on TikTok last night, and we already got hooked up with this dude. He runs the Alabama TikTok, 140 followers, and I think we'll be going on his show here in a little bit. Yeah, so I hope you had a good time, Basil. But I don't have enough followers. I don't think. Yeah, I saw that. I saw you posted, Basil. What's up, NFL Productions? You doing all right, man? Thanks for showing love. The Totem Pole Nation. And we got Instagram. Shenandoah. Hope you had a good time. Oh, we got Babyface. Go ahead. Shout out to Babyface. Wow. Hey, Coach Bald. Basil got an award, and he was the keynote speaker at Shenandoah.
Oh, man. I'm not surprised one bit, man. That dude is a very talented guy. I'm so glad, Basil's down with Totem Pole Nation, man. We hit big. We definitely want him to create something that we got. I wanted to ask him what he thought. I don't know if you've seen it, Coach Taylor, but the man Donald Trump, the guy running for president, he came out with some gold kicks that he's selling for $400 a pop, man. Have you seen those? And what is your thoughts on those if you have?
I saw some gold shoes. Somebody had, who is that? Matt Pat?
Yes, sir.
I saw somebody had some shoes.
Yeah, man.
Hey, can y'all look at TikTok, man? See if it looks all right. I'm trying to get this thing hooked to be on TikTok too.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna
Yeah, but it ain't gonna get it to work, man. And show Matt Pat. We gotta go live 7 days in a row.
Yeah, you're live.
TikTok.
Yes, sir.
We've been going good. It's been going good, Basil. MK's in here as always. MK is now the president of Team Totem Pole Fan Club. So, Basil, we've been doing good, man. And excited to hear about your trip to Shenandoah. What about Matt Pat? What'd you think about that?
About what?
Matt McClung last night on the dunk contest.
He's been doing it for 6 years at this point, man. I've been watching him since high school.
Wow.
It's cool to, see a G League guy be able to do that against NBA players.
Yeah, somebody that really MK wants to know how y'all's day went.
It's on the road, driving back from Chapel Hill. That was a rough drive back. but got to watch the women's team take down the number 18 team in the country. We'll probably get moved up to around the top 10. So looking to make another March Madness run on the women's side of things.
Yeah, go Hokies. Coach
Yes, sir.
Bald, MK wants to know, how's your day been?
Oh man, we had a great day, man. Like I told you yesterday, we got our mom here for the weekend. She's not doing her best, but we took her. We played a game at the American Legion in Treasure Island, a game called Got It, and it's basically a card game. And you know, when you get close to winning, you say holding, and then when your card gets called, that's when you yell "Got it." And I won a pot for $200, so I was excited about that. But the funniest thing that happened,
Kinsley,
yep. Thank
go
you.
Tigers.
Hey,
Kinsley,
Check it out. Funniest thing that happened, Coach, was Fidel Sierra was there, and he won. And the lady went to give him his money. He grabbed his money with one hand and immediately went right to his wife. Like he didn't even get both hands on the money before the wife had it. It was the funniest thing. I posted that on my Facebook too, just so you know, man. But it was classic. Yeah, man, had a great time. Yep.
yeah, you like that hat? I got to get some more made. Basil, I'll send you one. Whose TV is that?
Not mine.
Is that yours,
What up,
Lambo?
Yeah. Come on. You want to talk about the Auburn? You talk about them Auburn? You see what Auburn did? Oh, Coach Ball. You want to talk about Kentucky Wildcats? You want to talk about Kentucky Wildcats last night?
Yeah, man.
That defense.
You're right, Lambo.
That defense held them under 60 points. That defense. And without Trey Mitchell. What did I try to tell you? Kentucky
good,
is
Basil.
back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen to this and listen loud. Lambo, you were right.
I am.
Lambo was right, huh?
Don't
Yep.
fade Lambo no more. He's back.
He's back and better than ever, man.
Better than ever. Oh, all right, check this out, man. I had a buddy of mine hook me up. My man Hunter Osbo came through, a Marine, just a great dude. But he said, Coach, I got something for you. Check it out. What do you think? What do you think about this guy? Do you see that first? That's Hulk Hogan and Andre. Look at this bad boy. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. Let me turn my lights on. Look at this guy, man. The Hawkster, brother. What is that, Coach Taylor?
Yeah, that looks like
Pop? Never seen these guys before. There it is, man. Yep.
WrestleMania 3? That's crazy.
Man. Yeah, I guess Daytona 500 got postponed to tomorrow, huh? It was raining there too, man. It's been raining cats and dogs here in St. Petersburg, Florida. So I'm not surprised if the whole state of Florida ain't getting a little bit of rain, man. It's last little bit of winter, I hope, for us. Got some good weather coming up here eventually. How about you guys? What y'all's weather been like in the big VA? Are you still in New Jersey, Lambo?
No. I came back Tuesday. I came back last week.
Hey, Coach Bald,
What's
are
up?
you looking at the TikTok? Can y'all come up with the TikTok comments?
I couldn't see the comments. I could see your face on there.
Because I got the thing turned around.
Check it out.
Matt Pack, can you see the comments on TikTok?
Let me look. Dude, speaking of TikTok, while it's loading, I can see us.
Can you see the comment?
There's comments on there, but the comments aren't showing up here.
Oh, I know that. I'm saying I can't even look at the comments.
Oh yeah, I can see them.
I got to log. I guess I got to log out.
All right, who's winning MVP tonight?
No, LeBron.
You think?
Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum.
Matt
That man,
McClung.
what? He can't win
Matt
the dunk contest and win MVP.
You vote. You dude. You went against Matt McClung, man.
I
What?
did cash that one.
I mean, Jaylen Brown was close. I mean, I won't be like
Jaylen Brown
was
sucked.
close. It was close.
Dude,
Scoring
what
wise.
was the
Scoring
after
wise.
the dunk? I'm gonna do
Scoring
the D
wise.
Brown
They said
deal.
he
What was
good.
that
I
all
said
about?
scoring wise.
Yeah, and he jumped over someone who's like 5'5",
Right?
who was
Dude,
sitting
That's
down.
like that's like me. That's like me jumping over you.
Damn.
Dude, you're
Like
an
me,
inch
don't know-
taller than me.
I can still jump over you. Don't
Hell
let my
no,
size
you're,
fool you.
you're a big ass.
Don't
You
let me
can't
size
jump
fool you
over
now.
me.
I can jump over you. Don't let this size fool you now. 'Cause I've been drinking beers and all this. Don't let that fool you now. I still got some athleticism. I still got some feet. I can still jump. You know, I got some athleticism.
Did you
now.
ever get to be able to dunk back in the day?
I dunked before I messed up my kneecap back in 10th grade.
Coach Ball did.
I could dunk in high school.
Wow.
Hell yeah, man.
And then-
how tall are you? How tall are you?
Like 5'11", 6 foot.
Damn. Not no more, man. Not no more. I'm happy if I'm touching rim.
Yeah, dude, I haven't touched a basketball in probably a year. That's definitely the longest in my life that I haven't played.
Wow. Yeah, man. Live on live. We're going live on live.
Yeah, I'm trying to hook it up for y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all absolutely crushed it. Matt, were you wearing your Virginia Tech gear inside?
Oh, he better not. He better
Wow,
not.
you was a
Oh,
hated
hell
dude,
no.
man.
That trash team. They're so trash. They're not beating UVA tomorrow. I got to go to that game, and they're not going to beat UVA. UVA plays solid defense. They held a Wake Forest team under 50 points. If Virginia Tech don't score no more than 4, they're going to lose tomorrow.
Look,
Big
Hey,
game
they're not
tomorrow
gonna-
night. Battle of VA.
here's what I'll say. The refs both ways were awful, and I do think that they affected the game for both teams. So I'm not going to say anyone had an advantage on it, but they were terrible refs. And then we got our big men got in foul trouble so early because we couldn't do anything with Mondo, which is, I mean, that's a lot of teams' issues, right? But that's been a Virginia Tech issue since I've been a student, really.
That's common sense.
We had Keve Aluma, who was a great big man for us, but now he's gone, and we don't have anybody else that can be a consistent guy at the big man. Freaking Robbie Baran was out there running cardio. He didn't do a damn thing but foul. He was just out there getting his cardio in, which, I mean,
I already talked shit to
damn,
his face. I told him he
son.
was trash. I said,
I mean, it was bad.
trash
Tyler
motherfucker.
Nickel played great. Hunter Padula played all right. He didn't play particularly awesome.
We
I
stopped
would
giving
say.
Tyler Nickel the ball. I don't know why we stopped giving that man the ball. He was hot in the first
Yeah,
half. We stopped giving him the ball.
feeding the hot hand would have been the way I would have gone as well. But that redshirt freshman that we have, number 5, 7-foot white guy, is
Trash.
the dude. He is so bad.
Trash.
He probably played for like 7 minutes of that game, and he easily had.
I watched him
Dude,
at open practice. He ain't all that. I watched
Bro,
the open
no.
practice. Fucking ass.
He got bullied. He turned the ball over, missed a shot. Like he probably, and like they were going at him every single time. As soon as he was on the court, they were feeding Mondo the ball because they knew that this guy couldn't do anything for it. And he's
But why
wearing
put
number
the man-
5. Dude, he's wearing
Why-
number 5, which is
But
Virginia Tech wise, number 5 is supposed to be like a good number. Like
and he don't
like-
sit on. He sit on the bench.
like the 11th guy on the bench should not be wearing number 5.
Oh no. No.
I mean, just recently, Georgia Amore, Justin Robinson, a few years ago. I mean,
I blame Mike Young for putting that man in as a guard, Armando Bacot, and made no adjustments. I blame that man.
No, that was him trying to make an adjustment because both of our other big men had 3 fouls in the first half. Like, Poteet was the best defensively on him. Lane Kidd had some times, but he's just not big enough. Poteet, actually, he had a decent offensive night as well, but he can knock down free throws. I don't know. We had it down to 5 points in the second half at one point. Like,
not good enough. Not good enough when you try to depend on Couture and Padula. Not good enough. Not good enough.
Hey, MJ Collins was very
We stopped
good.
giving him the ball. We stopped giving that man the ball.
No, because he scores an ISO. And I don't think Mike Young is a big ISO guy.
Who else gonna score?
They run the same damn play for Couture every third trip down the court. That pisses me off too. It's the same play that they've been running for the past 3 years to get Couture open. And like
the same play they've been open in the start of open practice. It's the same fucking set.
It's the same play. Him coming off the screen, off of the wing. He collects it. And yeah, dude, it's not the hardest play to figure out.
UVA,
but I will say, UVA is not as good as UNC, and I thought that they're not. So
I watched that whole way. I understand offensively they're not that good, but defensively, I watched the whole game for Wake Forest to UVA. If it weren't for the Wake Forest turnovers, they would have beat them. If it weren't for those turnovers, they would beat them. But does Tech have a defense? No. 91 held on by UNC. 91. This is the same UNC team that got beat by Syracuse.
Yeah, but you relax. They were the number 4 team in the country or something, and they got beat by Syracuse. Like, they're still that team.
It's the defense. I
understand, but I think given that the difference in quality of offense between UNC and UVA is pretty noticeable. It's a pretty marginal difference. And when you look at what we had our shortcomings with defensively was we could not stop Mondo, right? And then we also were not covering on switches. Guys were getting open for threes and stuff. But that is a much different offense than what UVA has been putting on the court this year. So where I'm not super, I don't want to say I'm not like confident about the game against UVA, but I will also say that it's a completely different ball game. They don't have a big man that's going to get both of our big men with 3 fouls in the first half. Like, that impacts the defense.
So.
If we have to put our third string center in the first half, like, that's going to impact how we look as a defense.
Coach Taylor, you look very blurry over there.
What do you mean?
You blurry. You look like you got cancer.
There you go.
Hey, it look like you got cancer.
Cancer.
The blurry version of cancer.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like for Virginia Tech basketball point, they're going to the NIT. You 6-8 in conference play. You got 5 more games left, and they're not easy games. You got Syracuse. You got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I think, did beat Duke this year, if I'm correct or not. But you still got some good teams in the ACC. The ACC is the best conference in basketball and will stay the best conference in basketball. It's not even a question.
I agree. People are shitting on the ACC this year.
Some people said it was not. Some people said it was not. I said, wait a minute.
Well,
UNC is on top. UNC is on top.
The reasoning behind it is because we don't have as many ranked teams as we normally do. And, like, that's because we beat up each other, right? Like, that's how good conferences work. The middle of the pack team in the SEC, like in Ole Miss, would beat the dog shit out of somebody else from like for most of the teams in the ACC, right? And that comparison could be made to ACC basketball in the same way. Like, yeah, this record isn't as good but they've also played the toughest conference. I feel like that's not a super hard concept to grasp, but people on Twitter are hating right now.
I like the ACC in basketball because you like the Duke and North Carolina matchups. You like the Virginia Tech UVA matchups. It's the football rivalry that you bring in, but I'm not saying it's more exciting than football, but you're bringing that football rivalry intensity into basketball, into different atmospheres, and plus with the conference tournaments that they have at ACC, you probably can play a team three times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the UNC Duke rivalry, in my opinion, is the best rivalry in sports. I think that carries.
I'm not debating that at all.
Yeah, and that's a basketball rivalry. Like on the football field during rivalry week, that last week of the season, they don't even play each other then. I don't really think obviously they hate each other, but I don't really think they care as much on the football field. Like that's a basketball rivalry. And there are some Ohio State and Michigan, when they play in basketball, it's not talked about for 2 weeks prior. It's not hyped up like that because that's a football rivalry. I think it's the same thing.
And Virginia UVA is a football rivalry, but
that's a football. I don't know. Being here, and so this is why I'll say I can't speak for the other schools, but I do know that regardless of the sport that's being played, like if our soccer team, softball, baseball, I don't care. I'm going all in. I hate UVA, and I want to win that game. So that's probably what it is at other schools.
So tomorrow,
media coverage of those rivalries, I think is more.
So tomorrow could possibly be a sold out crowd when I go to the game tomorrow, just because the UVA fans, the rivalry. The seats gonna be. I say because of UVA. UVA gonna fill up the seats. I don't know about Tech gonna fill up the seats. I just say UVA. UVA for UVA.
Don't sleep, brother. This is the Commonwealth Clash. This is us at home against UVA. Don't sleep.
I'm not sleeping on them.
Yes, you just said UVA is gonna fill up our stadium. We have one of the best atmospheres in the ACC.
I know that. I'm talking about as far as I don't know how many people. Look. I'm talking about as far as winning. I'm saying UVA has a better winning record than Tech does in basketball. Why do you think? You already know there's more people at the women's game than there is at the men's game, because the men's game is mid, or some of the games is mid, or they're not as good because they're losing record in conference play. And the women's went ahead and smacked NC State, and they beat Duke the other night. The women's is the foundation.
They just won
They're going
today.
to be on College Game Day this Saturday.
Hell yeah, they are.
Game Day
I will be there
against UNC.
I will be there. Dude, yeah, that was really exciting. They beat Louisville today.
Oh yeah, Louisville. Why say NC State? It was NC State a couple weeks ago. They
beat NC State as well.
The women's team, that's the future.
Look
at the women's team, how they set the standard.
Dude, hold on.
They set the standard.
Let me tell you. So Liz Kitley and Georgia Amore, right, our 1-2 punch. They've averaged over 40 points a game, which is like fifth best in D1. And then Georgia has assisted Liz more than any other player has assisted someone in D1 basketball. And then Elizabeth Kitley just moved up to third all-time ACC scoring. She already has the ACC double-double record. Last year, I don't know if we were as complete of a team. We had good players last year that left. But the girls that we got in now that replaced those spots, I'm talking knockdown shooters. I talked about it in November when we did that preview video. Remember, I said the way that this team is constructed, you can swing it wherever, and there's someone that can make a bucket.
Yeah.
Look at this. So we shot 65% from the floor, made 10 threes, shot 43% from three as a team, 90% free throws. We out-rebounded them 35-24, 21 assists by the team. And then let me go to the box score, because Kitley had 26 and 13, another double-double, adding to her record. Georgia had 23 and 10, going 3 for 4 from 3-point. Yeah. And then we only ran 8 players as well. Really only 7. Dude, I mean, we looked incredible today. And it's just – and it's so similar to how the season was ending last year for this team, and then obviously ended up with the 1 seed and went to the Final Four. Like, this team is better. So,
yeah, they got a better chance than the men's team. The men's team going straight to the NIT.
yeah.
Unless they made some spark in the ACC. Unless they play like a Georgia Tech or –
They're going to have to win out.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I know. But if we're talking about NCAA tournament, they're going to have to either win out and then win at least 2 or 3 games in the ACC, probably 3 games in the ACC tournament. And if that's not the case, then they have to win the ACC tournament.
Who watches the NIT during March Madness? Who watches the NIT? Because I'm about
Nobody.
to win.
Dude, we lost first round of the NIT last year. Like, after winning the ACC tournament. That's the thing. Like, we won the ACC tournament 2 years ago, and then last year missed the tournament completely, go to the NIT, lose first round. So, talk about the ups and downs of being a sports fan, huh?
Expectations. I mean, my God. Expectations. They good, they high. You can't succeed them. You can't sustain them.
That's why I'm nervous about the football season, man, because our win total is like, I think right now we're at like 7.5 or 6.5 or something like that. And all I'm seeing, not even just from Hokie people, because obviously we're going to be like, oh, dude, we're winning 9 games, blah, blah, blah. People that don't even like Virginia Tech, don't follow Virginia Tech, don't cover it, are like, oh, no, dude, take the over on that. That's an easy bet. Like, I'm seeing a lot of faith. I'm seeing a lot of faith out there in Virginia Tech football, and it's making me nervous, brother. It's making me nervous.
I did that. I did that during the Justin Fuente era, but I didn't realize how many mistakes that man has made with the quarterback position and with Blake Corum. I was like, never mind. I can't do that.
Yep. Well,
Can't
dude, I mean, also, we need to point out Brent Pry is on a different level than Justin Fuente. That he's definitely, I don't think we have to have the same concerns that we had about Fuente.
I don't, but I don't want him to exceed a good level and then go down. I want to feel confident about Brent Pry like I did with Bill Belichick. Sign him to a long-term contract until whatever the hell happens with him, whatever the hell happens with him. I'm talking about Brent Pry for the next 5 to 10 years. Not a Fuente, not there for 5 years and wants to have an okay, I want if he recruits dual threat quarterbacks, because that's our system.
He's already got, dude, we've already got one in the 2025 class that's already committed. And then we just brought in Davi, obviously. We've got Kyron for the next 2 years, probably. Like, we're good.
Well, Tyler Bowen, you got to raise. Please don't mess up that offense. I heard you got to raise. All your staff got to raise. Please don't mess this team up. You got good raises, too.
They went from one of the worst offenses to, like, showing some explosiveness in a lot of games. What was I going to say? Oh, for Fuente, I feel like we got baited into, well, I shouldn't say we, because when he became the coach, I was still a UNC fan. I didn't start following Tech football until my senior year of high school. So it wasn't a we thing, but Virginia Tech as a whole got tricked into that belief. Because if you really want to get down to it, who were those first 2 years of Fuente when he had a good record? Who were those players from? That was Beamer. Like,
Beamer's players.
Those were Beamer's players, man. Those were his classes. And when it came down to, because he wasn't there that long, obviously, and when it came down to it being his players, not Beamer's, we sucked. And then you see where a lot of these guys transfer when, basically the whole entire team got flipped. A lot of these guys that Fuente recruited are transferring to mid-majors, FCS schools. Like, you know,
I would never forgive that man for Hendon Hooker. I would never forgive that man.
Yeah, never.
Never. And Blake Corum.
And
Look,
Blake
he
Corum.
won a national championship at Michigan.
Yep.
He wasn't good enough. Look what Jim Harbaugh did with that man. He ain't good enough. Shit.
Yeah.
I would never forgive that man for those two players. I would never forgive him.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I trust me. There was a point in time
I told people to go 5 for Fuente in his third year. They said, no, give him some time. I said, Virginia Tech going 8-5 is not good enough. If you want to get to the ACC championship, it's not good enough. I want Tech to win the ACC championship. I want them to get to the bigger bowl game. You know, I'm sick of the Sun Bowls, the loss against Kentucky, where I don't know what the hell happened to Kentucky, where he took a safety towards the end or something like that. I'm tired. I was tired of.
Was that game? Yeah.
8-5. I was tired of that.
Yeah. Well, see, here's what I think got not us comfortable, but at least the staff comfortable, like the people in charge of the hiring and firing comfortable, was weeks 1 through 5 or 6. Excuse me. There was a good chance that in a handful of those weeks, we were most likely going to be ranked somewhere between 20 and 25, right? And I think it got people, again, comfortable with being like, okay, we're right there, we're right there. We're ranked in, early in the season. We just need to put the pieces together. And it really, that wasn't the case, obviously. Things were falling apart. And I mean, he ruined Trey Turner's draft stock too. Trey Turner went from being one of the most exciting wide receivers in the country. I mean, we've seen his highlights. One of the most exciting receivers in the country to.
But you don't have a quarterback that can maybe give him the ball.
To an offense that is stagnant, and it's not his fault that he's only getting 4 targets in a game, and 2 of them are wildly inaccurate. Like, that's not his fault. We ruined his drafts. Fuente ruined it. And there were other players too. Obviously, we had some bright spots like Khalil Herbert. He's doing good in the NFL, but he shouldn't get credit for the younger Edmonds brother that got drafted in 2017.
The one that went to the Steelers or the Bills?
The Bills. Oh, he left the Bills.
Damn. Well, it started his career
to the Bears. He's on the Bears. Nope, that was the Eagles one. God damn it. I get him confused all the time. Whichever one is the younger one, his senior year, he played with Fuente.
I think it's Terrell and Trey or something like that.
Tremaine.
Terrell, Trey, Tremaine, and they both start with a T. I don't know. I know. No, it's Terrell and Tremaine, but the that technically on Fuente's players he's had drafted, that's one. And it doesn't, I feel like that type of stuff also, people were just getting comfortable with it because, he brought in a few 4-stars and stuff who eventually turned into being shit. But the guys that he recruited weren't that good. And then he was getting credit for Fuente's players. So, for Beamer's players. So, I don't think but think about what Brent Pry inherited. Fuente inherited a Beamer program. Pry just inherited one of the biggest shit shows in the country. And the faith that we have to have in him from what we've seen far surpasses the faith that we should have had in Fuente. I still nervous about all the support from other people because that's just all right, pump the brakes. I don't want anybody to jinx it. But I feel like we're just in a way better spot. Yeah, he knows how to recruit. He knows how to
recruit Virginia. That's the thing, dude. He was stealing Virginia players for Penn State the entire time he was at Penn State. He was coming in here and taking it over. And how many Penn State guys are from Virginia now?
Not many.
Not that many. This class had barely any in it. We just got another top 30 player in the state as a walk-on, and he had offers from D1 schools. He wanted to come to Tech too. So like just the want from Virginia to come play at Tech is actually back. We just got multiple 2025 commits at the receiver spot and at DB. So like, I'm just loving it. All right, game has started. East versus West. I'm so glad they went back to the East versus West system.
Yeah, I didn't like that the team LeBron thing. I mean, they still draft, but I didn't like that for real. I really didn't. I don't think it was as fun. The All-Star still doesn't play any defense, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we have to know our expectations, right? Like we can't come into this game expecting anything good in the first 2.5 quarters, probably, right? But once it comes down to crunch time and it's close, you're going to see guys actually start to play, which is the fun part. It just sucks that we have to wait until the second half of the third quarter.
I think these guys, they play for some type of charities or something. So if they get like a certain amount of points, it's going to go to a certain charity. That's what they be doing.
LeBron James.
They ain't play no defense. Look at that. They ain't play no defense. They ain't play no defense. This like pickup.
Shay's thing says he's 6'6". Lucas says he's 6'7". One of them is lying because Luka is way bigger than Shay is.
Both of them are lying, probably. Shay don't even look like he's 6'4".
I was thinking like 6'5", and Luka probably is 6'7". When he like is actually standing, not the athletic position.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Pierre Kuanaku, I can't pronounce your name. Comment regarde la match. I don't know what that means. I speak a little Spanish. I have a little Spanish from, so I speak a little bit of Spanish.
I don't think this is Spanish, brother. My guess.
I'm French. What that French?
That's my guess.
Oh.
All right, hold on.
Oh, come on, Luka. Mr. Easy putback.
Yeah, it is French.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's on TNT.
TNT
Google.
and TBS.
And TBS, yeah. Google Translate.
Was on TV.
Google
I don't believe in
Translate.
Google Translate.
Well, that was my interpretation. Hopefully that helped, Pierre.
Tyrese Halliburton. Where did this man come from?
Dude, he's
been
been
going on
so
this year.
good this year, bro. He has been so good this year. Now, you know what I really wish that they would do? Tyrese! This guy. You know what I really want them to do? Is go back to when they would wear like their
jerseys,
uniforms.
actual
Yeah.
jerseys. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
with the Michael Jordan, Kobe days.
Yeah, that would be sweet. But actually, see, I don't know because I feel like I like it because I like those classic uniforms so much. And some of the uniforms now are trash. So, like,
Yeah, they are. They're not as good.
yeah. Maybe if they just made the All-Star jerseys a little bit better because those used to be sweet too.
I don't like those. They're all right.
They look like Sixers jerseys, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they do. Shoot that Bam. Oh,
Huh?
Bam got a shot. Bam got a shot.
Yeah.
Calm down, Jokic. Don't complain to the refs. It's an all-star game.
Yeah, I bet he's just chirping.
Oh.
Back to the West. They changed his shot a little bit, but it's still a super unconventional motion.
It's the same thing with what's it called? Lonzo shot.
They needed
When
to change his though.
That shit was ugly. That shit was
It was over here, dog. It was over here. That's wild. Who's shoot?
Hey,
Your elbow
when you
is
watch,
completely 90 degrees from where it's supposed to be. That's the most insane
Hey.
thing, bro.
if any of y'all watch Ball in the Family and you saw Lonzo when he grabbed the basketball, he bucked the basketball from here. I mean, I'm talking about like he was swinging a golf club or like he was throwing a football. This is like he's throwing a football from his motion. He brought
But
that
in
joke
high
here
school
and then
and at
shot it like I
UCLA,
said, what is this?
But in high
Oh
school and
my
at
God.
UCLA, that shit was cash every time. Obviously, did not translate to the NBA. Had to get it fixed, which when he did get it fixed, before he got hurt, he was balling with the Bulls. He was doing really well. He was doing well with the Pelicans too. So, like,
Yeah, he
it's
was.
just, the
Yep.
Lakers just wasn't the
No, the Lakers. He didn't fit
was-
the Lakers. That was all
it was-
talk. He didn't fit that system. Him playing with
No,
LeBron and
and
all them. LeBron didn't want all those young guys. He didn't want all
But
them
yeah,
young guys.
but I think now if he were healthy, he would be perfect with LeBron. I thought he was good with them before. It's just he didn't fit the blueprint
But who would you replace Lonzo with right now?
on the Lakers.
Yeah, you got to replace him with somebody.
Like, who am I
wouldn't replace
taking
that man
off
with
the
Austin
Lakers?
Reeves. Austin Reeves is fucking.
No.
Yeah, I'm not taking Austin.
I'm not taking Austin out. Hold
No,
on.
I let Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves a bucket.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
Austin
They
Reeves could
did.
probably
They
win
did
6
just
games a
pick
year
up.
at point
I
guard.
forgot that they did just sign Dinwiddie. That's a
Spencer
good.
Dinwiddie.
But see, Spencer doesn't do what Lonzo does.
Dinwiddie's
on
that
the
guy.
defensive end. Dinwiddie can score, but he can't do what Lonzo
He
can
can't.
do on defense. But
Nobody
I
on
don't
the
know
Lakers
if I'm
really
taking
plays
him
any
out.
defense anyway.
I would take away
D'Lo.
no, because I think that they need another guy that can just go get a bucket. I would take some of Taurean Prince's minutes and reassign them. I know Taurean is a forward, but you can make that work. They have, they have Christian Wood, they have Rui, like they have forwards, obviously AD, like they have big men that they can cycle through.
They still got Jackson. They still got Jackson Hayes too, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's done a damn thing. Do they still have him?
They signed
Yeah.
him to
Yeah. They got him. They got him.
Pelicans.
Yeah, they got him. Let me see. Yeah, he's only playing 11 minutes per game.
Damn.
Yeah, so he's obviously not what they're looking for. Christian Wood, I think, needs more minutes. I mean, they're paying Gabe Vincent $10 million as well. Oh, he's hurt. He only played in 5 games this year before he got hurt. What the fuck?
It must be a bad injury if he got hurt.
Yeah,
They signed him
I
from the
mean,
Miami Heat. They signed him from Miami Heat when they went to that finals run.
yeah.
Miami didn't want to pay him. Because
Yeah,
Miami was trying to.
I don't know if I
Lillard.
would. I don't know if I'd be paying him $10.5 million a year either.
He was good with Miami, but Miami didn't want to sign him because they thought it was going to get Damian Lillard. And they still have Tyler Hero.
They also signed Duncan to that contract at a similar time. He's off and on, obviously.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, they signed him to a good chunk of money. Check this out.
AD's not having a bad year. That's very surprising.
No, AD's playing great.
What is that? Coke and rum?
Yeah. But check, it's got like a map of Blacksburg on it.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the VT logo.
Where you get that from? The VT
I got it.
store?
No, I got it for Christmas. And it's got the coordinates. It's like
I
the
see the
coordinates on
coordinates.
campus. Yeah, pretty cool. I got it for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Just some cups to sip out of. Get
the ball, Jason Tatum. I need to score over 11 points on underdog. Give him the ball.
Hey, Dame is going for it. Dame's got to have like 12 already. Maybe 9.
God,
No, but AD's been playing. He's back to playing like dominant defense as well. It's not just offensively. He's back to being like AD. That's deep. LeBron, what the fuck was that?
Dame Lillard only if you didn't have Doc Rivers as your head coach. Because if Doc Rivers is coaching this game, because the reason why is because Joe Mazzulla can't coach back to back. Because Joe Mazzulla has the best record 2 years in a row, has the best record in the league, but he can't coach back to back games. I don't think that's allowed.
Damn, Dame's shooting numbers are down this year though.
Adrian Griffin, that system didn't really work. Doc Rivers, that system is still trending as we speak.
I mean, he's averaging 25 points a game, but he's shooting 4% less from just the floor. He's shooting 42% from the floor this year, which isn't like the lowest he's shot because a lot of his shots obviously come from jumpers and stuff. But his 3-point percentage is at 34 versus his 37 career average. So the numbers are definitely down for him.
See, with the Bucks offense, it's like who gets what? Like Giannis can go down the hill and score. Dame Lillard can get you a 3-point shot. But it's like, who else do they have? I mean, Chris Middleton, not the same player as he was with the injuries, obviously. And it's like,
yeah, but you would think with the attention that Giannis has to draw to the middle of the court, like the spacing has to be perfect for Dame, and he's still not shooting as well as he shot in years past. So like that's my concern is like when you think about it, Portland didn't have a big man or a forward that was gaining the attention in the middle of the court to where it would space it out to where a shooter could succeed. And he was still balling, you know? So like, not saying he's not balling this year, but obviously if the percentages are down, they're down. He's not shooting as well. So it's just surprising because you would, in theory, this would be a better opportunity for him to shoot. Tyrese, that's the future. That's the future. Tyrese Maxey.
We'll see if Nick Nurse is smart enough to keep that man.
No, he's got to, dude. I think the Sixers would burn down if Nick Nurse did something stupid like that.
They already burning down right now with no Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been great, obviously. But I think that, the new lineup gets adjusted, gets used to it. Like, we've already seen Buddy Hield be a leading scorer in a win against Cleveland, at Cleveland. Like, Cleveland's one of the top teams in the East, and we went in there, and it didn't have to be on Maxey. Like, Buddy Hield put up 24, and we came away with a win against one of the best teams in the East. So, like, I feel like once the new lineup gets fully acquainted, that Philly's going to be fine. And then Joe's going to come back for the playoffs. Who knows if that's 100% or not, because in all of the playoffs that we've seen Joel Embiid in, he has never been 100% healthy. And that, of course, is going to have to follow into this year as well, which sucks. But, I'm trying to be positive about it, but we're just going to go into another year of him not being.
Depending on what y'all see fall to the end of the year, you might want to avoid the Milwaukee Bucks or the Miami Heat in the first round.
Well, I mean, they can't do anything about that.
I mean, you got time. It ain't like you got 2 weeks. You got 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, so right now, Philly's the 5 seed.
They'll be playing the 4 seed, whoever the 4 seed is right now.
The Knicks.
Julius Randle's hurt, so I mean.
Yeah, and Brunson is obviously having a better season than Tyrese is, but I don't think that that's like the most lopsided matchup. Like that would be like, oh, they got Brunson and we only have Tyrese. Damn, like we're gonna lose. Like I feel like I would trust Tyrese to pull out a few games as well, as long as the surrounding cast shows up. Which it seems like these new guys in could be those pieces. And then, like we also made moves earlier with like Batum and stuff like that. Like it's not that he's, a game changer, but we've got depth at multiple positions. Oubre's playing well. Oh, and we got Cameron Payne too. God damn it. I love watching Cameron Payne play for other teams because he's like fun to watch, and I don't really care if he goes out there and just airballs or like misses a layup or something, but he's fun to watch for other teams. Now that he's on the Sixers, it's like a polar opposite of the presence that Pat Bev brought you. And that trade actually made 0 sense to me at all. I mean, you need to make room in the guard. Like, obviously, Payne isn't going to play the same amount of minutes that Pat Bev was playing. And when you bring in Kyle Lowry to be that facilitator, like you can't hog up the guard minutes like that. Like Pat Bev's minutes would have gone down for sure. But I feel like there had to have been a way to make it work instead of getting such a downgrade, I feel like, at that spot. Because we went from one of the best perimeter defenders in the league to Cam Payne, who's like fun to watch like once or twice a year on funny clips.
Who the hell? And who is he going to guard if they face the Celtics? Who the hell Cameron Payne going to guard?
I mean, that's the thing. His minutes are not going to be anywhere close to what Pat Bev was playing. So he's not going to have like a big defensive role anyway. But Kyle Lowry's old as shit. So like it's not like he's going to be able to lock up a number one guard on another team either. So defensively, like we got worse with that trade. So I didn't really like it that much. But we do have depth at other positions. We have good defenders at other positions. It's just you really like having a guard that can guard the 1 through 3 comfortably. You know, like Pat Bev could guard someone 5 inches taller than him at the 3 spot because he's that good of a perimeter defender. And now we don't have that at all. You know?
What the fuck is he doing? Oh, good block.
Good Lord.
Victor Oladipo, not the same player after that horrible ACL leg injury.
Yeah. He's on the Grizzlies now.
I ain't never heard that, man. Then he's taking over what? No, it can't be Ja Morant. He was suspended for 25 games. Never mind.
No, Ja's out. Remember, he got shoulder surgery.
Well, no, I know, but I mean, I'm saying Ja Morant wasn't an all-star because he got suspended for 25 games anyway. Whether he was healthy or not.
Yeah. Why? What made you think of him?
I thought he replaced somebody from the Grizzlies. Like to come in the All-Star like Bam did with Joel Embiid. I didn't know what he was like with the Grizzlies.
No, I don't think he's doing much out there. Anthony Edwards is – oh, wait. You're talking about on the East team? No, on the West. Number 5. That's Anthony
I'm talking about Victor.
Yeah, but what made you think of him?
I thought Victor Oladipo?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was him shooting or some shit. I don't know. He like ran like him or something, but I didn't know it was Anthony Edwards.
It kind of looked like him. Vic hasn't – he's on the Grizzlies, but he hasn't played all year.
Well, the Grizzlies that fell apart. I thought the Celtics made the dumbest trade by trading Marcus Smart away, but we got Drew Holiday. I kind of understand why, because we added Porzingis. So I kind of understand the trade. At first, I was like, why are you trading away Marcus Smart, your best defensive player? But apparently,
Drew Holiday is widely regarded as one of the best defenders.
I'm saying if we didn't get Drew Holiday, is what I was saying. If we didn't get him, the trade would have made no sense.
It would have been a completely lateral. It would have been a lateral move. Like you wouldn't have. I don't think they would have gotten better. They wouldn't have gotten worse. But like they're not too different when it comes to their play styles and how successful they are at it. Like if you listen to NBA players talk, especially guards, all of them. I shouldn't say all, but a lot of them point out that he's the best defender in the league. So like replacing Marcus Smart with that would not have been the worst thing in the world. It just wouldn't have really made them better. Because Marcus Smart is the defensive player of the year.
Drew Holiday has a little bit more offense than Marcus Smart. Like he's consistently a better shooter. As from what I've seen this year, he's consistently a little bit better.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad we got him, but if we didn't get him, it would have been a problem. I would have. But Porzingis spreading that floor, that motherfucker shoot from anywhere. I said, my God.
He's hurt right now, right?
I think so.
I
think he's hurt.
He's a game time decision for next week already. He rolled his ankle. He'll be all right.
It's not a serious injury.
Yeah. Dude, I have a pimple under my eyebrow. I can feel it.
Why?
I don't know. I've never had that
Don't
happen
touch-
before.
Don't touch it.
I've never had this happen before.
I wouldn't touch it.
Do you ever this is gonna sound gross. Do you ever get pimples in your ear?
No. Mm-mm.
No, I've gotten those a lot. They suck. They hurt so bad, dude. So bad.
If I got them, I just don't touch them, or I don't know if they're there.
No, you know, if you put like a headphone in with a pimple in your ear, that shit, it hurts.
I just clean my Q-tips, but I don't. I normally do the cover up, the Bose headphones, the over the ear jumps.
Mm-hmm.
I put
got you.
AirPods in sometimes, but not that often.
Yeah. All right. Who has scored what so far?
My phone, somewhere over there.
Yeah, I got it. No one from the West is really taking control. Jokic has 6, Durant has 7, Bron has 6, Shea has 7, Steph has 6, AD has 6. A lot of even scores there. The West, though, Tyrese has 15, Dame has 9, Jaylen Brown has 7. And that's pretty much it.
Well, here goes the second quarter.
There's Brunson. Oh, you gotta hit that, brother.
What kind of pass was that?
Trying to be cool.
If you don't shoot that, Karl Anthony Towns. Give the man the ball 3 times, you don't want to shoot it.
That was funny. Paolo, thank you.
I don't like Duke. That's why. I hate Duke so much.
Me, bro. Hell yeah, me too. Guess what, though? Justin Mutz dunked all over that boy in the ACC championship game. Justin Mutz dunked all over him.
I'm glad he did.
He plays in Japan now.
He has a better chance of going to the NBA than Robbie Barron does.
Hell yeah.
Tall ass motherfucker don't know how to use his size. That's why I say beat him 1-on-1. You don't use his size in the actual game.
On his head. On his head. On his head. They made t-shirts. Ugh.
Hey, man, fell to the ground.
Ugh. On his dome. I love that. You can never take that night away from Blacksburg, dude. There were couches being burnt in streets. Main Street got closed down because everybody ran out of the bars celebrating.
Oh,
it was a time.
they beating them by like 20 points, but I bet you they're going to let them come back.
Yeah.
They gonna let him come back.
I agree. This is sloppy right now, brother. This is sloppy. This is sloppy.
I try not to pay attention to shit like this. I really don't. I won't even bet on the All-Star game because you don't know what the fuck gonna happen.
Yeah.
I bet you nobody covers the spread tonight.
Trae Young is in. There's Dame. He's at 11.
Paul George.
That's a mismatch. You can't have Trae Young on Paul George.
This.
On the post? On the post, you can't do that. Oreo. What's going on, Gorilla?
Oreo, you sure you're not past your bedtime just yet?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yeah,
You know how your parents be when you know how your parents be when you got school tomorrow. You know your
got school
bedtime about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
He said, hell no. No, I was just kidding. He didn't actually say that.
Oh, y'all got President's Day tomorrow.
Oh.
When the
We're
last time we got
staying
school
up to
with
10
President's Day?
o'clock.
President's Day. I don't remember us ever being out of school on President's Day. I can't remember.
No, we were. Because my family, we used to go to Snowshoe on President's Day. We would go for the weekend to snowboard. It's in West Virginia.
President's Day. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we used to always go MLK weekend and President's Day weekend because it would be 3-day weekends. We'd be off of school. We would leave Friday after school, get there that night, and then snowboard all day Saturday, Sunday.
Come on, Giannis.
The net didn't move on that one.
Not staying up till midnight. 3 in the morning.
3? You're wild.
Man, don't let your
Oreo,
parents
are you watching the All-Star game?
Don't let your parents catch you up to no 3 in the morning. That's kind of wild.
Hey, man, they'll take your phone for sure.
They'll take your phone. They'll take your tablet. They take your computer. They'll check their history bar to see what you're watching late at night, too.
Hey, man.
They go check their history bar.
It's on TNT or TBS, whichever channel you prefer. What the hell was that?
Yo, Giannis.
Lord, I've seen more missed dunks tonight.
Oh, just like North Carolina missed a dunk yesterday, too.
Yeah, big one. That was tough.
Normally, when I was in high school and you miss a dunk, you sit on the bench. And you miss a dunk in the actual game. I'm talking about wide open dunk, you sit on the bench. Man.
He said.
Damn. At least he's not Robbie Barry. He get a wide open three. He gonna miss that bitch.
Yeah.
That bitch gonna hit the. He gonna hit the
Clank
side
that
of the rim.
shit.
You get the ball. Get the side of the rim.
He nutmegged KD. He went right through the legs. I used to do that shit in high school, dude. It made people so mad. The through the leg shit. My handles used to be nice. And the two things that I would do all the time were the sham god, which, you know, I used to be fast as shit. So I could get the quickness down and it was over. That, and then I would also put it through guys' legs. Again, being quick enough to run around them and be able to collect the ball. It made people pissed.
When was the last time you did your intramural basketball league for Tech?
Dude, freshman year, I haven't. Oh, no, that's a lie. I played in a couple games last year for one of my buddies' teams. But the last time I did like freshman year. So it's been a while.
He said, "Fuck." He said, "Fuck it. I'm gonna go be a full-time."
Well, no, we had like COVID happened, so we couldn't do that anymore. And then the gym that I used to go to all the time since COVID has started has been closed for renovations. And, I was 19 when they closed. I'm now 23 and it hasn't opened back up. So I don't know what's taking so long, but that's where I would always go and run pickup. And like now there's only one gym on campus. There used to be 2 gyms on campus. So the runs, if you lose one game, you're probably not getting back on the court for another hour. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going over there because then by the time you get back onto the court, you're cold. Like if you lose one game, you just got to go home. So that's the difference between having 2 gyms on campus that have multiple basketball courts. You can run hella games when everyone's split into 2. When everyone's got to go to one place.
He said, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah. And the club team practices there too. So like half the time that's a whole 2 courts that we can't even use. Yeah. Dude, funny story.
Does that include a Special Olympics too?
What's up?
Does that include a little Special Olympics shit that y'all do at y'all campus? The Special Olympics at times?
I haven't been there when that has happened. I don't know. I have no idea. But I do know.
You said
What?
Funny story.
Yeah. So freshman year, Trey and I, Trey, we were at Gobbler Fest, which is on the drill field. Every like student organization, club, everything sets up tables and tents, and there's like a Ferris wheel, and like it's this huge event on the drill field. And we were there freshman year, walking by, saw the club basketball team, and me and Trey were gonna try and be practice squad players for the actual team. And so we spent the entirety of that summer working out 6 days a week at the Highlands Park, like every morning. And again, like when we were texting at this time and I was telling you I was like putting up 20 a game in intramural is because of that. So me and Trey were like, oh, dude, club basketball, we can actually go to other schools and play other schools. Like that'd be sick. So we were going to try out. It was at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Friday night came around and Trey and I knew that we had to be up at like 6:30. And I don't think that we left the party we were at until like 2. So needless to say, we both show up to tryouts, hungover as shit. I'm on one court and I turn the ball over or something, like a sloppy, like I was just like going between my legs or something and it went off my heel, like sloppy shit, right? And I'm like, damn, like I just got cut based on that right there. Like I know I'm not making it because there's like probably 60 kids that are trying out. So I was like, one mess up and I'm done. It's competitive and like it. I think that like if we were not hungover, we would have been fine. But it was a competitive tryout, and I turned it over and I was like, "Well, I'm done." And I look over to the court where Trey is running his stuff, and I see him pull up and just brick a 3. And I was like, damn, like we're both getting cut. Like we're both getting cut. And so when like we walked out of the gym, both of it, like we Ubered back to campus together. Because the tryouts were off campus, and we were Ubering back. And I looked at him. I was like, "Dude, I'm cut. I know I'm not making." He was like, "Dude, I'm cut." And like we were, and so we acknowledged very quickly that maybe staying out till 2:30 in the morning the night before a tryout wasn't the best idea.
Shame.
It was funny though. Like it's a funny story now. At the time, we were like, "Damn, we're idiots. Like we're so stupid."
This man said liquor, and women were more important than that tryout.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. That's basically what it was. But then, I mean, like we turned into intramural league champs. You know, like we were nice. But it would have been a lot cooler to have. It would have been a lot cooler to have like actual jerseys and like we get our
Yeah,
own
that-
flags and shit like that. Like travel to different schools and play different schools. Like that would have been sick.
They's gonna let Damian Lillard drop about 50 tonight.
That's what I'm saying. He's going for it.
We know we're not gonna put Dame on Kevin Durant. We know that. Man, 6'11". We know that.
Yeah. Hey, where did these grown folks go?
Are they live on TikTok or YouTube Shorts?
These old. Just kidding. Hey, you know what I started doing up here? Door dashing. Started door dashing.
Oh, that's where you get all that money from, all that rich money from.
Rich money, dog. I've been eating potatoes and chicken for months, dog. I rich money. I got beer money. I got food money, and then maybe enough for an Uber. And if not, I'm walking home.
No, you got enough money for PlayStation games.
Nah, I haven't bought a PlayStation game in a long time.
Who bought you Madden 24?
I did, but that's when I had summer money. I bought that in September.
$70 for a
I
game.
worked all summer.
Man,
But I put a good amount of money into my savings account and I don't touch it. So it's not like
that can't be me. I can't spend $70 on the game no more. I can't. I gotta wait till it get on sale.
yeah, I mean I had worked all summer, saved up a good amount, paid for what I need to pay for, and that was like if I had gone out, I probably spend $70 in like 2 days at the bar. So it's like, if not one day, like that's not that bad. Probably not one day. It'd probably be 2 days. But like I just don't go out that weekend, and it's like the same thing.
He said, "I'm trying to be the most wasted man in Blacksburg."
No, dog. That is nothing when it comes to bar tabs that people will have in Sharkies. That's nothing.
$70 ain't nothing. You ain't drinking that hard stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Think about how expensive some like after happy hour, it's still a college town, so it's cheaper than an actual bar, right? Like beers are only like $5, and you go to a bar somewhere else, they're like $9. So that's cool. But if you start drinking liquor and it's about $10 a drink,
No, Lord.
it doesn't take too long. It doesn't take too long to get there. If like in 2 days, you know.
I'm done doing them liquor days. I'm done. I'm done with those liquor days.
Hey man, I got these cool glasses. I gotta use them for something.
I got no glass. I drink everything straight out of a bottle.
Yeah, you're wild.
Why? Bottle was good.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like it would just like force me to drink more. If I was just drinking straight out of the bottle and
That's
not.
the point. I like to drink more. I like to drink more.
Well, then what are you talking about? I thought you just said you're done with the liquor.
I'm talking about going to the bar. I just buy stuff in the store. I buy stuff in the store.
Yeah. Yeah,
Buy
it's
something
definitely
cheaper.
the smarter thing to do financially.
Why is Sabrina so good looking? Never mind. I got a girlfriend. I can't.
Hey.
I got a girlfriend. I can't do all that. Never mind.
You do?
Yes.
Since when?
2-3 weeks ago.
Why don't I know?
Oh, because I try to keep it quiet because everybody kept asking me.
You
I
just
didn't want America to know.
You just put it on our digital footprint, brother.
I was going to tell you tomorrow. I was going to tell you tomorrow.
Oreo for 3 years. Well, I've got you beat, buddy, because I've been dating my girlfriend for 3 years and 7 months. So, what's up?
I was going to tell you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Why wait till tomorrow?
Yeah.
So you have actual proof.
Speaking of girlfriends, these flowers from Valentine's Day are still here, and they're dying on my desk. I need to throw them away.
The one she gave to you, or the one you gave to her?
I bought them I had a whole, when she got here, because, she's in DC right now doing grad school. So when she got here, I had a whole thing set up on the counter. It was flowers, a card, a bunch of candy, chocolate covered strawberries. I did some work, so I got these for her.
You just let them flowers sit there and die. What the fuck is he doing?
They serve their purpose.
So you just gonna have them sit there and throw them away, or she ever gonna get them?
Oh, I wasn't expecting her to drive back to DC with.
Oh.
Like I don't have a vase, and I didn't tell her to bring a vase. Like they're in one of my Yeti cups actually right now. Like they're not even in a vase.
You gotta
so
save.
Again, falling on a budget, motherfucker. Who is that in the corner? Oh, doesn't matter. Oh, Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum.
99 to 84 at halftime is crazy. Oh, Lord. They can combine about 200 points.
Yeah, I wish I would have looked up what the over-under was beforehand.
If you put over like 210 or 260, you probably get that.
No, I mean, I'm sure that the over-under was probably in
$4 grand for a Michael Jordan rookie card? $4 grand? $4 grand?
Oreo. Is this the same Oreo? What are we? $4 grand.
$4 grand?
Did you have $4 grand in 5th grade?
Hell no.
I don't have $4 grand right now. Well, that's a lie. Savings I don't touch, but I don't have $4 grand that I can just spend right now. We got a 5th grader over here flexing on us. Oreo, have you built up your wealth through this trading that you've been doing?
You've been saving up, so you haven't been spending no
Saving
money.
up since you were born, $4,000. What the hell? It's got to be, Oreo. It's got you've built this wealth from trading cards or something like that. Like how did you just come across $4 grand?
Are you doing stocks
At 11? Are you selling dope, son? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
B-Dog Rules is back. Trading
What's up,
cards. So most of my
B-Dog?
cards are like $40 because I have a lot of good cards.
Dope.
Not
I
bad.
tried to do that at one point, and I mean, I have a binder full of baseball cards and another binder full of football cards, and I didn't really like take care of them condition wise. Like I took them out of the packs and I like would put them in the sleeves and stuff. And when you put them in the sleeves, it like bends the corners and stuff. So when I tried to sell or trade cards, I was getting offers for like $3. And I was like, oh, well, this sucks. I'm just going to keep it. Oh, I got new golf stuff today in the mail. Check this out.
Kane sent me on another restaurant. I don't know. I'm my last day off will be Friday. They sent me to another restaurant.
Got a Jordan glove.
Oh wow.
Pack of balls. So I got a gift card from a relative for Golf Galaxy, and I never used it. So I used it. Another glove. This is for rainy days or when it's humid, my hands get super sweaty. So I need a glove that can grip a little bit better. So this is a rain glove. 1 second. Got this t-shirt.
Nice t-shirt.
Hell yeah. And then got this hat.
Barstool. Yeah, Oreo, you one lucky man. I'm just now starting to get maybe the same amount of money in your bank account. Lucky you, Oreo. That's because Kane's pays me well right now.
Damn. If we weren't doing this, I would be outdoor dashing right now. It's very busy in Blacksburg.
Oreo, don't put that. Oreo, don't put your money on social media like that. Don't put that on social media like that.
I deleted it. Oreo, come on, bro.
Oreo, that's
That's
getting robbed.
wild.
Don't put that money on social media. See, getting robbed.
We're helping you out. We're not being mean. I deleted it.
We're helping you out.
That don't need to be on here.
Don't do that. Never do that.
But respect. Because that's crazy. Did you see the trailer for the new college football game? Or the teaser?
They need to hurry up. I'm so tired of these teasers. They need to hurry up and release the game. It's the
I
same shit with
agree.
GTA.
But hold on. You're telling me that you're not going to pre-order that game?
I ain't gonna pre-order that game.
That's what
It's
I'm
not-
saying.
it's not right now.
You
It's not
just
important.
said-
It's not important right now.
I
it's not
hear you.
important
No,
right
no,
now.
I hear you. I'm just saying you said that you're not dropping money on a game like that. I'm dropping every dollar that they ask for on that game. As soon as it comes out to pre-order, I am pre-ordering it that day, midnight on that day. I'm getting my pre-order in. You know how long I brought my Xbox 360 to Blacksburg just to play that game. This console is 15, 16 years old, something like that.
You know they about to get rid of Xbox. Like I think Xbox
Yeah.
is about they about to just give all the games go straight to PlayStation. You know? Oh no. You know what?
Which might
You know
be
what game
bad
I-
though,
Wow.
because when there's competition, it's capitalism, right? So when there's competition, there's reason for the prices to be lower. Because if you're competing with somebody else, you say you have your exclusive game. Like Halo is Xbox like most famous exclusive game, right? And then say like the Spider-Man games on the PlayStation stuff, that's exclusive over here, right?
Yeah.
So if there's no more exclusivity, there's no competition. So if Halo is competing with said Spider-Man, which I know those don't line up timeline-wise, but like that's the principle of it. If they're competing and they know that these guys are making a little bit more over here, you can lower your price from 70 to 60. You sell more, you end up making more, right? That's not an option anymore. Now everything is together. So there's no incentive to lower the price because you now control all of that. So it wouldn't be out of this world to think, like sometime soon after that goes into play that we're going to have to pay like $80 for a game. Just because there's no competition, right? So there's no reason that the prices would drop.
Yeah, I think Coach Taylor's on the TikTok thing, I think.
Is he?
I don't know. I'm not looking at my phone. Somebody pissed me off, so I don't want to answer my phone for a while.
Good. I'm going to look. No, he's not. He's not live anymore. I don't know why that shit wasn't working on here.
Bed. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think the reason why is because we had too many destinations. You can only add up to 8 streams on here.
Oh shit! We should have just taken one of them off.
Yeah, we did. We put his. He did that, not me. I ain't do that.
Wow.
I went to Panda Express and then came home. Oh, yeah. I met the game that was trying to bring back. That was on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation. Backbreaker, the football game Backbreaker. That was a good ass
yeah.
game.
It was like graphic.
That was a great game.
Yeah.
Great game. Physical. You can hit. You can do whatever you want.
You could do a lot more than hit. That game was wild.
You won't get no penalties unless you jumped off sides.
Yeah.
That's the only penalty you get. I think they had 3 Backbreaker games? They had like 1, 2, and 3. They had like 3 of them jumps.
That's old, dude. That's got to be before Oreo was born. That's an old game.
That was like 2000. That game was like 2007 at least, about 2007. Then the last game that came out was 2010.
Yeah. So even the last game that came out's older than Oreo over here.
Well, damn, I wish the PlayStation would put the older games, the PlayStation 3 games on here. I'd be playing that all day right now.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Up on Need for Speed Unbound that came out last year for $11.
Hey. Very nice. Yeah, I bought a NASCAR game like that too. Which, if we're talking about video games going down in quality, the old NASCAR games,
not the same thing.
Bro, the old ones, I have NASCAR 04, right? One of the best video games I've ever played in my life. The career mode on that game is insane. The owner mode, if you want to like own a race team, like there's just so much more you can do on an old PS2 game. Like literally, I would have to bring out the PlayStation 2 to play that game today. Like that's how old this shit is. And it's just like the new NASCAR games are nothing close.
The only game I paid $70 for is MLB The Show. That's the only game I play consistently, MLB The Show.
Yeah, I like the show. I haven't played that since probably 22.
I got 22. I'm tempted to get 24.
Yeah, me too. Oreo wants to make his own merch. How do I do it? Well, brother, like Troy has explained before, the website that we use is a complete third party, right? So you just send your design to them and you have to pay them to have a website up that, has your merch on it. Or if you wanted to, you could go to Custom Ink get a group deal or whatever, like a bulk order, so it's less money per shirt or hoodie or whatever. Put your design on it on the website, and then you order it, and then you would then have the responsibility of sending out that merch yourself instead of it being a third-party thing. That, is a little tricky, because then when you're sending stuff and you have to put a return address on it, it would be your house. So like, that's probably not the best thing to do. But at the same time, yeah, like that's dangerous. But then if you're going through third party, you're spending money monthly on something that you don't know is going to have any sort of return. If you just want to make your own shirt with a logo, you can buy one shirt on Custom Ink and have it. I have a shirt from freshman year of college here at Tech that me and my buddy Bobby made of one of my roommates freshman year. He never drank, right? He was the most innocent guy in the world. And he sent us a Snapchat one day of him like with a beer bottle in his hand. So we took a screenshot of it, put it on a t-shirt, and then put the Supreme bar over his eyes. I don't know. It was hilarious at the time.
Madden 24 is $30. Oh my God.
Oh, get it. Dude.
I get it on Tuesday. I get paid on Tuesday. I get it on Tuesday.
And then I can whoop your ass on Wednesday. Then I can whoop some ass on Wednesday.
I don't play the game. I don't play. I ain't played Madden fully since Madden 21.
Damn, yeah.
I stopped playing video games. I don't got time. I work too much. Be playing video games.
Yeah.
I just watch Netflix, YouTube.
Oh, motherfucker! That's not you. That's not you don't have time. It's just you could be playing video games instead.
No.
of YouTube.
No. That's called distraction shit. That's called put it on there so I can go to sleep.
Okay.
That's called background. That's called background noise.
I hear you.
Mikey Anderson. We talking about Mikey Anderson up in here. Y'all both sorry. Mikey, you don't want that smoke, Mikey.
Come on, Mikey.
Mikey, you won't calm down now. Mikey, I know where to find you, Mikey. Calm down. I know you see me and Coach Taylor at a game. You be coming to our games. I appreciate you. I appreciate the dynasty that you built at LC Bird. I appreciate what you're doing right here in Virginia Union. You're doing some great things. Well, Mikey, I promise you, when it comes to Madden, there's something different. You might be better athletes than both of us, but Madden.
I'm on the sticks, boy. I'm on the sticks. Come on now.
Hey, don't let me go back to my Madden 19 days when I was whooping ass in Madden 19.
All right, we're not rewinding it 6 years. Come on now. We can't go back 6 years.
I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. I got to be honest.
I'll be honest right now. My stick work goes a little crazy right now. Mikey, those cut sticks that you do in real life, I get those guys on Madden to just, it's.
Hey, I'll put some respect on your name, Mike. We know what you be doing.
We know. We know
what you're doing, Mike. We watch you. You came to LC Bird. I remember you. Ain't nobody gonna not remember you. That's crazy. Ain't nobody not gonna remember you. That's crazy. I don't know what Coach Taylor. I think he went to bed earlier or something. He an old man. We both got fired. So we are at Dinwiddie as we speak. We at Dinwiddie.
Come on, bro. Don't.
Oh, he put the game tag
on. Come on, Mikey. All right, it's going in the notes.
He put the game tag up there. You got Xbox or PS5? Or does it matter?
Oh, that's a good question. Wait, you can do cross-platform on Madden?
I don't know. I don't play Madden since like 21.
All right. After we hop off of this, that will be an ad. That's hilarious. I'll be right back.
Well, Mikey, I'm about to add it right now. I might not play tonight. I don't know. We'll see. He's on PS5. We see he on PS5. Yeah, PS5. I see PS5. Yeah, PS5. We'll get on it after this live stream. I'm watching the what's it called? I'm watching the All-Star game right now. I'll get on afterwards. Oreo, I apologize. I hate to break it to you, Oreo, but I do not play Fortnite. I do not play Fortnite. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I do not play Fortnite. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I'm not a Fortnite dude. I stopped playing Fortnite probably about 2 or 3 years ago. I stopped playing Fortnite. I'm just gonna keep honest. I don't play Call of Duty either. Oreo, I understand you're young, but here's the reason why. Video games these days are not the same as they once was. That's why you don't see me spend a lot of money on new games when they come out, because half the new games they come out, they're trash. They rush to release a game. They don't take their time with the game. It's the same thing with all the Call of Duty games. They make all the Call of Duty games the same. They did the same thing with 2K. All the 2K games are made the same. They don't make any adjustments to the game. It's the same thing with Madden. It's the same game. There's no changes to the game. And you wonder why you're missing out on college, football games. See, college football is, I've always said this when it came out. College football video game was way better than NFL. I said college NCAA football was better than Madden. I've always said that. It's more realistic. It's more
At that time, though,
Go ahead.
in like the early 2010s, late 2000s, I feel like they were pretty even. Like Madden at that point in time, you still had the training camp drills that you had to do. You would like still get drafted and stuff like that. Like there was, I feel like, to what you're saying, new games now, I feel like they're just too simplistic, right? They don't have as much cool things you can do. Like the old game, like what I was talking about with the NASCAR games earlier. Like the career mode in NASCAR used to be sick, and now it's like it's nothing, and that sucks. I got, what's that game? Gran Turismo, racing game, and that one is, I had that on the PlayStation 2 as well when I was young. Wasn't as fun as I remember that being either. So maybe it was just like being a kid, we remember things like way more fun than they actually are. But I do agree, like a lot of games now aren't.
They don't take their time to make the game no more. It's the same game.
Well, I will say 2K's different in like Madden. Yeah, they just would copy and paste it and make like one little change and would expect us all to be
the
like,
same way. 2K.
No, dude, 2K makes changes. They just make shitty changes. Like the shot meter changes every year. The one thing I'll give them credit on is that the career mode story has always been like at least entertaining. Like it's at least something you can follow along with. But yeah, like actual gameplay, I feel like if there's any game that actually has evolved, maybe not for the better, but has made changes.
You play Call of Duty when you're 2 years old? You lying. How you play Call of Duty with that graphic images when you're 2 years old? 2? You lying.
Dude, you know what I was playing when I was 2 years old? I'm going to see if they even have this thing. Hold on.
2 years old, you was playing Call of Duty? That's crazy.
Yeah, I really don't believe you. This.
2 years old?
Yeah, I found it. Hold on. When I was probably 4 or 5, and we had just, that's 2004, like that. There's not a lot of stuff going on technology-wise. These things, V-Smiles, they were little educational games, bro, that my parents bought.
Oh, yeah, we remember those.
Bro,
yeah,
do you remember this shit? This was like, I'm telling you, like 2004, like a long time.
I remember that.
Bro, yeah. If I know.
Who did Who don't remember that?
Oreo, because Oreo was playing Call of Duty when he was 4 years old. That's when he was 4. He's playing COD. When I was 4, I was doing math games on V-Smile. Like,
Who don't remember that? That's crazy. Who don't remember that? Man.
that just unlocked a memory, didn't it?
Those were the good days.
Yeah. We had
I forgot what they were called, but I was like, I know which one. I know which
Yeah.
one you were talking about. I was like, it's been a while since I played that joint.
bro. I mean, 20 years. Like, it's been 2 decades since that. Which sucks to say out loud because we're like not kids anymore. That sucks.
No, we're not. But I kind of wish I wasn't a kid no more because, see, then you don't have your own stuff. You don't
Well,
have your own money. You don't have your
Yeah.
own, transportation, stuff like that.
yeah, more.
That's why you don't.
I would say less being a kid, more being like that 16 to 18 range of like you're still technically not an adult until you turn 18, but you do have a job and you have a car. So like you have some money in your pocket. You can go around, get in trouble. Like I don't know, dude.
You got to pay
Can't do
some
that.
bills. You got to pay some personal bills. You got to pay your phone bill at least. At least pay your own phone bill.
Dude, I do not pay my own phone bill. I'm on my parents' phone bill, and I will remain on my parents' phone bill until they kick me off. Which is funny because my sister, I think, just got off of it like 2 years ago. And she's married and pregnant. Like she's 30 almost. Like it's just because it's cheaper when it's a group, versus having a bunch of separate ones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, she didn't get off the family plan till like she was getting married pretty much.
Damn. Come on.
All right, he just took 4 steps.
They
Go
gonna
to
call
KD.
nothing.
Yeah, I know. Oh, dude, speaking of refs, let's get back to how the refs were yesterday at Tech and UNC.
Go ahead.
So bad. Like both ways. They didn't let them play at all. They were calling everything. And then they would like go on little runs where they would call like 3 or 4 straight fouls on us and then would call like 2 straight on them. And it was just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like why can't we just let the boys play? And I'm going to pull up the free throw difference from the first half.
I know they had about 7 of them already. Only even 10 minutes into the game, they had 7 free throws.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like they had 3 and 1s in the first half. 2 of them were like non-contact. I don't know what he was seeing to call an and 1, but it was horseshit. Hold on one second. And I can say this definitively now because I've played in the Dean Dome, but I've never watched a game there. Castle Coliseum having 4,000 less people that can fit inside a Castle versus what fits in the Dean Dome. Castle's atmosphere when, it's rocking is superior, which is crazy to say because UNC is a basketball blue blood and like one of the best programs of all time. But when Castle gets rocking, it's different.
When they have people.
Well, yeah, but the Florida State game, like during the week, is not a good example. Like in a game that's not really important during the school week, like that's.
Oh, it was a 9 o'clock game too. It was a late ass.
Yeah,
game.
and at 9 p.m. Like that's not gonna be a good example of what Castle is.
Maybe
if
the
you really
NBA
want
game,
to
the tomorrow's game
make
should be.
sure you tune in. Oh yeah, well tomorrow's going to be good, but when game day's here for the women's team, it's about to get
They got my ass working. They got my ass
elect-
working another training site. I can't beat it.
damn. I will be. It starts at 11
They got me
or
working.
11:30 or something. I'm gonna try and be over there by like 9:30 because I know it's already gonna be packed at 9:30. I just don't want to be like all the way in the back because if I'm all the way in the back, I might as well just come back here and watch it on TV.
What time the game start? Like 12?
Like 1:30 or something. It's senior night too for him, or senior afternoon.
That's a 90% chance I might not even be off that game. God damn it. They got me working another opening. Fuck.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, the last regular season home game of Elizabeth Kitley's career before she goes to the WNBA. Georgia, too, maybe, because Georgia could use her COVID year if she wanted to. But I think that she has the opportunity to go pro as well. Obviously, she's not going to get drafted where Liz does because Liz is 6'6" and Georgia is 5'6". But, like, she's legitimately 5'6". But, like, she could go pro after this year for sure. I think she could have gone last year if she went out.
I should have lied to my boss. Damn it. I should have lied. I can't lie. I already told him I won't come in tomorrow. Damn. Should have lied. But it's all right. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I already told him I could come in tomorrow because I was going to the game tomorrow. I ain't tell him that exactly, but I said I already told him. I paid for tickets. I don't want to resell them.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just do it. I'm on PTO, so I shouldn't even be scheduled. That's what I told him. No schedule with no PTO. That means paid time off. Not personal time, paid time off.
Hell yeah.
Damn, they getting blown out by 24 points.
Yeah, this is kind of disappointing.
Unless you let them come back. I think it's because nobody's trying to get hurt.
Oh, Luca, what the hell? Dame. Damian Lillard from half court for no reason.
He got 33 right now.
Shit. This man. Hey, what is he at? He's got to be at, what, 20?
No, Dame Lillard got 33.
33?
He got 33.
Holy shit. I have not been watching.
Luka Doncic, oh my God.
MVP.
I feel like they should do the same thing they doing with like the NFL. Like have it at the end of the season, not in the middle of the season. So that it be more competitive and that, you know, a lot of people get hurt. So it's like I feel like it doesn't make sense to have an all-star game in the middle of the season.
Yeah, I mean, they do it in the middle of the season for the NHL as well, though, and the MLB. And it's not the same, but NASCAR as well. Like, the NFL is the only sport that does their all-star thing after the season. And I think you see so many people opt out of the Pro Bowl. You see more people opt out of the Pro Bowl than you do this game. And that's because
because certain players in the Super Bowl, that's part of it.
Well, yeah, but I'm not even talking about them. I'm saying like when their season has already been over for like some teams that don't make the playoffs or you get out in the wild card round, their season's already been over for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know?
Yeah.
So those guys are like, I'm not going to go play. Obviously, it's different now because it's flag and it's, not so much focused on the game itself. But at that time, I was like, dude, I'm not in football shape. Even if we're not, we're going 50%, 75%. In Sean Taylor's case, 100%. In those games, it's after the season, after you've started your rehab process, you think about like those first few weeks after a season's over, those guys are not doing shit when it comes to anything that's going to further damage their muscles or their body. Like they're in rehab mode at that point. So it makes more sense. I think it would just be impossible to do in the NFL because there's such a small amount of games. You can't just take like week 8.
But also all their games are meaningful too because anything can happen. It's the same
That's what I
thing
mean.
with college football.
No.
Every game is meaningful. But the NBA, it's not meaningful because you have 82 games. College basketball games are meaningful because it matters of seeding in the tournament. That's why those 30
like
games,
the MLB,
those were very, very important games.
Yeah, the MLB has like 160 games. Like you can throw.
That's too many games.
That's 162. And then NASCAR has 36 races, and that goes from February, which was supposed to be today. That's what I was supposed to be doing today, was watching the 500. That got pushed to tomorrow because of rain. But that goes from February to November, right? Like you can stop in the middle of that for a week and do an all-star weekend.
36 races from February to November?
Yeah, it's only once a week.
Oh.
You only run one.
That looks kind of light. That's why I was like 36 races from February to November. I'm like, God damn, that look kind of light.
You got to think like that's just for the Cup Series, which is like the majors. That's 40 guys, 40 teams that have to transport cars, multiple cars per team, per car, like per driver. And then like they fly out, but they have to drive all that stuff across the country every week. And say you have a Sunday race and you drive back to Charlotte, which is where most of these guys are headquartered at. You drive back to Charlotte for Monday through Thursday, and then Friday you're driving to the track for practice. So like you couldn't do more than one race a week. It just wouldn't make sense travel-wise. So you couldn't make it happen.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then they have like 1 or 2 off weeks during the year where like there's no race.
You still got 6 minutes in the third quarter. God, it's like the longest All-Star game of all time.
Well, I mean, they didn't start till 8:45. Damn, that was a brick and a half. Shea, though.
Cherry pick.
Yeah, this is literally just blacktop basketball.
It's when you play like 9-10 games and you just like
exactly. This is after you've already been doing your runs, but you keep winning, so you're still on the court, but you're tired as shit. So this is how you're playing.
You're just trying to lose. You're trying to lose.
Exactly. You're like,
game.
Bro, someone get me off this court. I got this video. Let's see if I can pull it up on here. I got this video of these guys fighting at a pickup game. I used to go to AmFam probably 3 or 4 times a week and run pickup in high school. And then when I would be home from
The
Blacksburg,
one in Midlothian or the one in Midlothian or Showport?
Whole Street.
Oh, I don't go there. I had to go all the way to Showport because I knew somebody.
Yeah, the Whole Street one. I want to say this video is like right before COVID. I think I was home for spring break.
And look where he was going. Can't make shit.
Doesn't Cat have the most threes by a big man of all time?
Let me look that up. This season, yes, he has 15 3-pointers in the game. That passed Daliano Gennarly, who had 12 in 2021, Cameron Johnson 12 in 2022, and Laurie Markin, who had 13 in 2022.
Yeah. I feel like Minnesota is just not the best market. They have the best record in the West right now, and I feel like they're not getting as much hype as they deserve over there. And I feel like, not that I'm a huge Cat fan, because, you know, like him and Joe have beef, and he is kind of soft, but I think he doesn't get a lot of the credit that he deserves. He is a much, you know, like he's part of the reason why Armando Bacot is not going to be a successful NBA player, because you cannot be a big man that has no value shooting the ball at this point, unless you are like Rudy Gobert, who's one of the best interior defenders of the 21st century. You know, like, unless you're that guy and you're winning Defensive Player of the Year every other year, you can't be a big man and not shoot. And that's why Armando has probably stayed for 5 years at UNC, you know, because he's going to make more money doing that than he would on a 2-way contract to the G League and then eventually overseas.
If you're in college basketball, the only way you go to the NBA, unless you play for maybe Kentucky, Duke, UNC, Gonzaga,
Kansas.
unless you basically like 1 or 2 and done. That's basically the only way you make the NBA, if you 1 or 2 and done. If you hadn't developed your game like you're supposed to, then you'll probably go overseas. And I'm not even saying that just to shit on people, but I'm gonna be very, very honest. And I probably said it to this man's face. I think Robbie Bear has a better chance of making overseas basketball than he do in the NBA, because he don't know how to use the size.
Dude,
he don't know how to use the size. Mrs. Wide open
that's
shot.
not even a hot take, brother. That is.
I'm not taking it as a hot take. I'm just letting y'all people know. I just want to let y'all, Totem Pole Nation, know that he don't know how to use his size, and that's why I said I could beat that man one-on-one. If you don't use your size in the game, what makes you think you'll use your size on me? I'll let you have an open 3-pointer. You go miss that bitch. Side of the rim, backboard, air ball. I might have to start that man. Does he even practice? It don't look like he practice. You make it's the same mistakes every single time. The same shit every single time.
But here's the thing, though, right? Like, you see play like Dame, for instance, right? He's shooting, what did I say? He's shooting 42% this year from the field. He's shooting 34% from three. But you know damn well when Dame is at practice and he's just shooting, he's not missing. Like, we just saw a 3-point contest where he scored 26 in a round. Obviously, that's not like super high and he didn't win, but it's high enough to get to the finals, and that's rushed. Like, you have to hurry to do that. Like, if you're just shooting, you're not missing. And a lot of D1 players are of that caliber as well, to where it's just so mind-blowing to me that a D1 basketball player cannot make open threes. And his form is tight. He shoots the ball like there's nothing you would change about his shot, right? It just doesn't go in, and it just doesn't make sense. Tell me I'm wrong. His form is pretty, dude. He shoots a good jumper. It looks good.
He had a better career probably his junior year at Northwestern than he did this year.
What's up, Cruz? AKA the GOAT Gaming and Sports.
I'll give Robbie Bear in his junior year. He had a better junior year in Northwestern than he has the season right now.
What was
I
that?
gave him a great junior year.
He was putting up like 11 or something like that?
He put up about 11 points a game. He wasn't fouling out a lot. He wasn't fouling out. He made shots when he was open. He could always play deeper, but he would just make his shots when he was open. He wasn't fouling out in the games.
Yeah. I will say I was nervous. I was nervous about Harrison Ingram being matched up on him, and he did okay. But when they made that switch to Tyler Nickel guarding Harrison Ingram yesterday, Tyler Nickel was locking up. He was easily our player of the game.
Yeah, he knows his teammates. He transferred from there. He know everybody.
Bro.
If you transfer from of UNC, you know how your teammates, you know how they play. You practice against them every single day. So you know.
He blocked Harrison Ingram twice in like 3 plays, like a 3-play span. It was very impressive.
We'll see how we use him on Monday.
Appreciate you, Cruz.
We'll see how we use him on Monday. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Damn. Jaylen Brown, better dunk there than he had in the contest. Cruz, are you watching the All-Star game? Okay, you just hit a 3-2. What are the rules with playing like Twitter clips? Are we allowed to play videos from Twitter on here?
I hadn't tried it. You can. We probably gotta make it quick.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Because I mean, I've played some videos on here before, but I don't know if like I can play a clip from the.
I'll just make it quick. I mean,
Right,
I don't know any stuff from Twitter on there. I normally don't. The East is up by 20. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Cruz said he dropped 20 points the last game. That's crazy. He dropped more points than Robbie Bear. He dropped more points than Robbie Bear.
Cruz, who you play for? Your high school, middle school? What are we talking here? Dropping 20. That's different. Isaac, what's up, dog? Nonky. Bust. Who are we talking about? Into the third, 24-point game. East is up. I don't know if I would assume maybe a little bit of this fourth quarter is a little bit more intense to see if they can close the gap. But if it's, quick, quickly determined that they're not going to be able to come back, this is going to be a pretty boring finish, I think. Cruz, be honest with you, brother. I asked middle school or high school, and you said yes. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need one of the two. I need one of the two. You, Cruz, bro.
You just lied.
You just
I don't
lied.
know
Why are we lying? Why are we
How do
lying?
you not know how to count? I'm in fourth grade. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. You're in fourth grade. You don't know how to count 20. Sixth grade.
Sixth grade.
You know how to count 20?
Cruz, I would have given you your props for putting up 14 points, but you had to lie and say 20. 14 is a good number. Sixth grade, you guys are probably scoring what, like 40 points in a game? 50, maybe? You're like, it's not like JV basketball or middle school basketball is super high scoring. Like 14 is a good number. I would have taken that. Who was Isaac talking about? Who's Nonky?
I don't know. I don't care.
I have no idea. Damn, I really hope this fourth quarter isn't like the worst thing. Because if it's like it has been the rest of this game, it's just been pretty boring, you know? I'm thinking worst case here.
Yeah, just cut it off. So I mean, if it doesn't get any better, I'll just, I guess you just end it, go from there.
Yeah, but like what you were saying, you can't be betting the All-Star game, dude. It's literally, you have no idea. It can be anybody's night in the All-Star game. Whoever wants to go for it goes for it. Remember, AD went for like 50, like 4 years ago or something? Just because he wanted to. He was like, I want to win MVP this year.
And then Jason Tatum 2 years ago, I think, dropped 70.
70?
Or 50, 70 something. When he won the MVP or something, between 50 and 70, Jason Tatum dropped a shit ton of points in the All-Star game.
Yeah, he set the scoring record. 55 points.
That was close enough.
70 and 55? There's a hell of a gap there, brother.
I said between 50 and 70, and I was right. 55.
I hear you.
That's between 50 and 70.
I hear you. 70 is a wild cap to put on it. Like
Devin Booker dropped 70 in the loss.
Joel Embiid put up 71 this year.
Did they win or lose?
One. $9:30. But you got President's Day off tomorrow, though. Oreo was telling us. Oh, damn. I didn't even finish trying to pull up that video.
Steph Curry breaking shit. That's not good.
Tyrese. Oh, what the hell? Hey, Brunson has missed more threes tonight than he does in a regular season game.
Why would you throw that? LeBron James on the thing to retirement. He ain't played in the second. He don't need to play.
Same thing with LeBron. Remember when he won the All-Star Game MVP, he was just like, all right, I'm just going to be LeBron for half of this game, put up like 30-something, low 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what, Dame's at 33 or has he scored again?
He's not in the game right now.
I know. But since we last talked about it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's at 33. That's the most in this game. So
If he don't play, then all your job is 33.
yeah, but the next closest person is at 24. They're going to give it to whoever had the most points. Cruz, my favorite basketball player is LeBron James. Lambo.
Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time.
In your eyes?
It's a fact. It ain't mine. It's a fact.
It's subjective.
A fact.
That's not an objective take. That's subjective. My opinion is that Bron is up there.
All I got to say is 6-0 in the finals. That's all I got to say.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think that losing in the finals is worse than not getting there?
That's not what I said. I just said 6-0. That's all I said.
I'm just
That's all I
saying.
said. No.
But all I'm saying, why I'm bringing that up is that while that normally is the argument from Jordan fans, a lot of years don't go accounted for where he was getting swept out of the first round, when he was getting bounced in the second round. All those years outside of those.
I do account for that. I account for that for LeBron too, when he was getting bounced out by the Celtics as well. The Celtics and
no, but think about what I'm saying here. The amount of times that Bron went to the finals. And your argument is that MJ was 6-0, which is obviously a good argument. That's why this is an actual debate still at this point. Even though Bron is top 5 in assists, the most points ever. He's going to be top 10 in rebounds. Like, he's the most complete player of all time, but people bring up the 6-0 for Jordan. And all I'm saying is, like, why is Bron's record in the finals counted as more of a loss than Jordan not getting to the finals way more often than Bron? He missed the finals at a much higher clip than Bron did. Bron went, 10 straight years of going to the finals? 8? Or no, 9.
9 years.
That's something. Losing in the finals, in my opinion, is not worse than not even getting there. So that's while there's multiple points for both sides, right? I don't think that it's super clear that Bron is the all-time great, because then we wouldn't be having this discussion, right? But
yeah.
Cruz, you're in 6th grade, brother. What the hell do you know about Michael Jordan? What? Come on, dog.
You 12 years old. You don't know nothing about no Michael Jordan.
Hey, but we do appreciate you subscribing, brother. We do appreciate it. We've gained what, 3,000 since the new year already?
I think so. 3,000, 4,000 since the new year.
Moving. We're moving. Here, I'll look right now.
Well, also, like I said, it's a different since when Jordan retired from the game. I understand when Jordan, I think, played with the Wizards in like 02. I think it was his final year or something like that. It's a different era of basketball. It's kind of the same thing with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. Everybody keep calling Patrick Mahomes the GOAT, but it's like two different eras of football. Like back then when Brady played, it wasn't a lot of passing. It was more defense and running the football. And now it's a pass-happy offense. So it's a little bit – it's different in different eras of football.
I agree.
I
but
still say
I think the
I still
argument.
say LeBron is the greatest in the generation. LeBron is the greatest in his generation. But if somebody asks me the greatest of all time, I say Michael Jordan. But if somebody asks me the greatest era right now, I'm saying LeBron James.
Well, and I can respect
Just
that.
I'm being
but
realistic.
I can respect it, but my rebuttal to that would be that Bron did come in 03. Like, it's not like he started playing in 2010 when the rules started to, and not even really 2010. I feel like the offensive switch, minus the hand check rule, but if you think that someone hand checking LeBron James at 6'9", 270 is gonna slow him down,
Do anything.
like,
It's gonna do anything.
right? Like, so I do agree. Like, overall, the hand, because that's what all the old heads always bring up, right? Is the hand check. And like, while I'm sure overall it impacts more players than it doesn't, we're talking about LeBron James. So I think that debate is a little tired at this point. And I would also say that we can't act like he played so much time in an era where there wasn't any defense. Like, he was winning playoff games in 2014, like 90 whatever to 80 something. Like, the league wasn't in full 120
The
to
last
110 every night, you know,
the,
like that
the,
shit wasn't happening.
the last of the Spurs team in 2014, the last time they were actually good.
Yeah.
The end of the Tim Duncan, the start of the Kawhi Leonard before all the injuries have happened. Tim Duncan's last leg, I guess.
Yeah, seriously. All right, peace out, Cruz.
Go to bed. That's crazy.
Did you watch the celebrity game 2 nights ago?
No. I was hanging out with a friend on Friday. I did not pay attention. I watched the highlights of it. Michael Parsons can play basketball. Michael Parsons can play basketball.
I was expecting more out of CJ. Did you see CJ's highlights from high school?
He said he
dropped 40 on Jaime Jaquez on the Heat. He dropped 40 on him in high school.
Yeah, that's what I heard that. He did drop 40.
That's
high
crazy.
school though. That's high school though.
I get, but this is the celebrity game. Like, only, I mean, about like half of them out there were athletes. The other half are like musicians and shit. Like, I will say though, having a WNBA player on a team is bullshit. That is a professional basketball player. That she cannot be out there. She was on Stephen A's team.
They don't play that hard of defense. They don't play that hard of defense in the Celebrity All-Star game.
No, that's what I mean. Like, a WNBA player, all she has to do is get like 40% of like what she would actually give on a normal court, and she's doing work. Obviously, she didn't. Like, she was out there just to have fun, which is cool. But when I saw those matchups, I was like, yeah, Stephen A's team is stacked, which is funny because Shannon's team ended up winning.
Because they don't have no defensive guys, and Tristan Jazz can't do everything.
Dude,
He can't do all this.
Jazz is the man. Remember 2 years ago, he got a G League tryout
He did. I saw that.
for the Bucks.
I stopped
He
watching
didn't.
his videos. Just don't have time to watch his videos no more.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched one of his videos in a year or two. He's cold, though, dude. He's cold. If he wasn't just like the small human being he is, like if this was 10 years ago, like I feel like maybe not NBA, but he would have definitely gone to a higher level than where he is right now.
Well,
Which no shade, because he's making bank on YouTube. It's like
it's the same thing. It's the same thing with destroying the kicker.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with him. He chose to
but
make more
he
money
made
on
that
YouTube.
choice. Like T-Jazz didn't make the choice. He was just born small. Destroying made that choice to not kick in college because he wanted to pursue YouTube, and now he's making bread. And I think he just got signed to a UFL team, right?
I don't know. I hadn't watched his stuff lately either.
No, I don't either. I think I saw it on. Yeah, he's signed to a UFL team.
The last time
That's
what team?
sick, dude. Let me look.
Last time I saw him, he was in Coach Prime's video. He did the Coach Prime Colorado tour. That's the last time I saw him in it.
He played 2015-16 as a kicker and a receiver. I did not know that he also played receiver. He played in the Canadian Football League in 2019 in 2 games. And now he is playing for the Brahmas. Who the hell is that? I don't even know the new teams, which we need to start doing some research on these teams before we start covering them. Yeah, Oreo, 3 o'clock was a little bit of a lofty goal, I think. I don't know if 3 o'clock is.
So we got the USFL conference is the Birmingham Stallions, which they won back-to-back champions. I think the younger Holtz guy, Skip Holtz, won championships back-to-back. Houston Roughnecks, Memphis Showboats, Michigan Panthers, Arlington Renegades, DC Defenders, San Antonio Brahmas, and then St. Louis Battlehawks.
Yeah, so he's playing for San Antonio. And then
They got
McCarron.
Wade Phillips, the head coach.
Hey, Wade Phillips. That was the first season that I remember watching Dallas Cowboys football. That was, I think, 2nd or 3rd grade for me. Wade Phillips got fired after week 4 or 5, and we got Jason Garrett. And Jason
he got
Garrett,
fired after week 9 because y'all started off 1-7. He got fired. He got fired after 1-7.
Oh, yep, you're right. You're right.
1-7.
And so we were 1-7, and Jason Garrett finished the season. We finished 6-10. So it was like, oh shit, Jason Garrett is that guy. And then that offseason, you know who else we got was Dan Bailey at kicker, which if we remember him before his Vikings days when he sucked, Dan Bailey was the NFL's most accurate kicker of all time with the Dallas Cowboys. So at that time, Jason Garrett was new. Dan Bailey was coming out of college after being a stud in college. And it was like, yo, we're going to be nice. And we had like 3 combined good seasons under Jason Garrett, and the rest was 8-8. I think his career record as a head coach is like 54-54. Like he's the most average head coach of all time. It's 85-67, which is a 56% win percentage. So he is slightly above a 500 head coach. Oreo says, what is the longest you've ever stayed up? I'm an all-nighter gang. I remember those days of thinking all-nighters were cool. But I'll tell you now, being 23, Lambo being slightly older than me, that's not fun anymore. That makes the next day a complete hell, brother. Trust me, Oreo. It's
not cool when you got to go to work in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. Cool. If you got to go to work the next day, or the story I told earlier, if you have a tryout the next morning, staying up all night, it's not always the best move. Now, I'll definitely put my hands up and say, I'm guilty of, getting sucked into Xbox, playing NCAA 14 way too late, or playing something on the PlayStation way too late. I do it for sure. But when you got to get up the next morning and go do something, that's the worst. So staying up late is fun when you're younger. There is no benefit when you are older. That year, Lambo, with Wade Phillips and Jason Garrett, like I said, it was like my first year that I fully remember investing into a football season. I was like 9 or 10 years old, something like that. And I was still at the point to where I had to go to bed before the games would finish. Because, even since then, Dallas always has primetime games, right? So I would be up for Sunday or Monday night or Thursday night or whatever, and I'd have to go to bed at halftime. And when I would get woken up for school, this is just the epitome of being a Cowboys fan, right? I would get woken up for school, and my first question was always, did the Cowboys win? And the answer was always no. That was during the 1-7 start. So for 6 consecutive weeks or whatever, I would wake up, be like, oh, did we win? No, we didn't win. And, it's gotten a little bit better, but the overall results of being a Cowboys fan has not changed since I've been born.
I remember I couldn't watch the Super Bowl when we lost to the Giants in 2007. I couldn't watch the Super Bowl. I was sick.
Yeah, dude, because we had school the next day.
Yeah, I couldn't watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
My team in the damn Super Bowl, and I can't watch that shit.
Yeah. The other Giants one was 2011, correct?
No, I'm talking about 2007.
No. I mean the next one was 2011.
I watched the whole 2011 thing. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember. I was over at my boy Nathan's house for that when which is funny. Me and Nathan are still friends to this day, but this was 2011. It's in the winter, so that's 4th grade. We went over to their house, and that was one of the first games where we stayed up and watched the whole thing because it was a Super Bowl. I had a Tom Brady jersey at that point. I liked Tom. That was before I got a little bit more serious with it. The neighborhood boys, what's up, dog?
And then you had to be a Cowboys fan.
I was always a Cowboys fan. I just liked individual players. I have a Reggie Bush Dolphins jersey. I just
I do remember those.
I just liked players a lot. I think I had an Arian Foster Dolphins jersey too. Like I
had a Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates jersey.
Yeah, I mean, when you're younger, I feel like you just get gravitated to players a lot easier than when you're older and you're so much more locked in on one team.
They scored 200 points. 203 points.
What's the record?
That's the record. That gotta be the record.
No, they've scored over 200 before.
205.
Oh. No, I think you're right. I think this is the record.
It is.
Last year, the West scored 192. Year before that, they scored, 2017, they scored 192. 2016, they scored 196. But this will now be the highest scoring All-Star game of all time.
208. 208.
And was that Tyrese or no? It's Dame. Those number zeros are pissing me off.
What the fuck is Cat doing? Cat had 50?
Hell no.
Oh!
Dude, he did have 50.
I told you, he said 5. Oh, he had 50. Cat had 50 points.
Holy shit. Dame had 39. Damn, 50. How did we not notice he had 50?
He shot all them threes. He was the only one making consistent threes.
All right. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. This game kind of sucked.
This game was a trash. This is the worst All-Star game of all time.
I don't know
This
if
shit was
all
not-
time, but this game definitely
It was
the intensity never picked up, which is what you look forward to in like the fourth quarter when it's close. Remember, like a couple of years ago, Braun hit that game winner when they were playing to the certain point. Like,
Yeah, but that was more competitive than this. That was way more
that's what I'm
competitive.
saying. Like the fourth quarter of these games typically gets a little bit more competitive. That was just not the case.
Nope, this was trash.
Nope, and they're
If
wearing
we
damn.
weren't live streaming this, I wouldn't be watching this game at all. I really wouldn't.
I
be watching
agree.
it.
I agree. That being said, Totem Pole All-Star game is done. The season will commence back in a few days. Lambo and I will be there to cover it. You can expect some NBA videos coming out this coming week. Not tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow when you're here. We could do a video with you right here.
I gotta think about what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out. We got. I mean, we could talk about like teams making a push for the playoffs after All-Star break, and then if we really wanted to, we could start looking at the UFL if we wanted to, and we could also do mock draft 2.0 if we wanted to as well.
Well, then I gotta get to Blacksburg by 4:30 then.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even think about that. The Daytona 500 is now tomorrow at 4.
Oh, I won't.
So I will be watching that.
You got to do probably do Tuesday then.
Yeah. Because I know me and Tom's are gonna watch that. I doubt we'll live stream just because NASCAR races are so long.
Circle in a circle, 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 circle.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish
It's like-
that is like that's accurate, but if people knew like the skill that it took to drive those cars,
I know it takes skill.
I'm not talking about you.
I was just
Yeah.
I was just saying that like it was like watching the MLB sometimes when it's like 0-0 in the 8th inning, you just fall asleep until somebody finally hit a home run. Or like when I watch baseball, I wait till like the end of the game to watch it. Especially with the World Series, I wait till the end to watch it because then it's more exciting. Who gonna strike out? Who will make the big hit?
I think the MLB and NASCAR have the hardest like entry into new fans. That barrier that new fans have to cross to like be interested. The MLB, because if you watch the wrong baseball game, like a 0-0 game into the 8th inning, you're not going to want to watch baseball again. Like you're like, that's the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life. Same thing if you watch a NASCAR race that goes 90% of the race under a green flag, no cautions, anything like that. You're going to be like, that was pretty boring, unless obviously like in baseball, if there's like some cool plays, or a NASCAR, if there's like good moves being made. But besides that, like if you catch the wrong race or if you catch the wrong baseball game as a new fan, you're not going to want to watch another one, you know? Like I grew up going to NASCAR races, so it's easy for me. Like I was born into NASCAR. So like it's easier.
You was born into the atmosphere.
Yeah. Like I started going to races when I was 5 years old. Like that'll do it. I've got a bucket. I was telling Tom's this the other day. I don't have a good size reference. Oh. I've got a bucket probably half the size of this duffel bag, like right here to here and deep, filled with die-cast cars of all my favorite drivers from back in the day. And then I went to like my grandparents' house and they had a bunch of like my uncle's old stuff. I've got cars from like the 60s, the 70s, and like it's just a massive bucket filled with that shit. Like when I'm saying I was born into it, like that's all I was doing when I was younger.
You say eat, breathe, and sleep.
Yeah, I was with it for a while. I would set up, this is funny. You know, like how like when you're in the driveway as a kid and you're playing basketball and it's like, This is game 7. This is the Final Four or the national championship. You know, like those type of scenarios that you create. I would do that for sure. But I would also go inside and find like a table that nobody was using, and I would set up a racetrack out of like my books and like silverware and stuff like that, and set up a racetrack on a table, and I would like create scenarios in my head and like race I would set up all 36 cars that would normally be in a race, and I would race all of them around a track. It was hilarious. And I definitely did it till I was like a little bit too old to actually still be doing that. I was probably like 10 or 11 by the time I stopped pretending to race cars. No, probably older than that, honestly. But I don't know. Same thing as like being in the driveway. When you're like 13, you're like, maybe I'm a little bit too old to be imagining that I'm in, you know, game 7 of the finals or I'm in the Final Four, but it's fun. Like you want to do it. It's so same shit for that.
It could be one of y'all. One of y'all could be in game 7 in the finals sometime soon.
That's what I'm saying. Or like being in like, dude, I would be in the backyard and we have like 6 trees in the backyard, depending on like where you stand. And I would like have cones set out for an end zone on both sides, and the trees were my receivers. So I would like pretend to call a play or whatever. Also, when I was younger, but like pretend to call a play, pretend to like be under the center, take the snap, throw it at a tree, march down the field, being like celebrate a touchdown or whatever, like that fun shit when you're a kid.
We're grown people.
I know. Then now I'm just like reminiscing. It's like, wow, wasn't that fun back in the day? Now we have to like pay bills.
Pay
and
bills.
Shit. Yeah.
Pay bills.
We went from playing in Game 7 to paying bills.
Paying bills, they take care of your girlfriend, all that other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure she's fine, give her flowers, pay for her food, spend money. All this extra shit. But you ought to do that when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the documentary? There's only 2 episodes that came out so far.
I did not. I was planning on waiting until it's all out, and then I'm just gonna binge it. Which that's what I did with Man.
Oh wow!
How many episodes is it gonna be?
10.
So like a month probably.
It's gonna be about a month. So two already came out.
Yeah. Damn. All right. Well then, yeah, I'll probably watch them. What I did with Man in the Arena, I just waited till they were all out, and then I watched all of them in like a weekend. But if this is gonna be a month, then I probably won't do that.
Yeah, they'll release like 2 episodes, at least 1 episode 1 week, 1 episode. I think it's gonna be week by week, so it's gonna be about a month. It's gonna be about a month.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah. All right. Well, Totem Pole Nation, this has been the All-Star Game live stream. It sucked. We know. We watched. Not the most entertaining game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the time with us. We appreciate you guys spending your time with us. Have a good night. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to Totem Pole Nation. We are on the come up. We're on the rise. Be a part of the movement. I would assume if you're watching on YouTube, you're already subscribed. But if you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on Instagram, go over to YouTube. Totem Pole Nation is where to subscribe. Make sure to visit totempolenation.com if you want some gear to support the boys. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, whatever you need. We got it. We have baby clothes on there, which I don't know who was in charge of making that decision, but there are baby clothes on there as well. So if you want your baby sporting the totem pole gear, you can get that on there too. I can tell you right now that was not a Lambo or me decision to have that on there, but that's the case. That's the case. Shout out to Sideline Sports Network. As always, please everyone have a good night. Be safe. We'll see you in a couple days. Peace.